Don't forget to like and subscribe.
The Crying Crow and the Monk. Once upon a time, in a quiet forest, a wise monk sat under a large tree, meditating peacefully. The forest was alive with the chirping of birds and the rustling of leaves. Suddenly, a few drops of water fell on the monk's face, breaking his deep meditation. Surprised, he opened his eyes and looked around to find the source of the disturbance. After a moment, he noticed a crow sitting on a branch above him, crying softly. Concerned, the monk called out to the crow, "Dear one, why are you crying?" The crow hesitated, but then replied, "I am a useless bird. No one likes me. People shoo me away, call me ugly, and treat me badly. I hate my life and wish I could die." The monk felt pity for the crow and gently said, "Oh, dear crow, you are not useless. Every life has its purpose. But tell me, if you could live as another creature, who would you like to be?" The crow thought for a moment and said, "I wish I could be a swan. Swans are graceful and admired by everyone." The monk nodded and said, "Very well, but before I grant your wish, why don't you ask the swan if it is truly happy with its life?" The crow agreed and flew to a nearby lake, where a beautiful white swan was gliding over the water. The crow asked, "Dear swan, you are so elegant and admired. You must be the happiest creature in the world. Is that true?" The swan sighed and replied, "No, my friend, I am not happy. People think I am beautiful, but I find my life dull. I am plain and colorless. If I could choose, I'd rather be a parrot. They are vibrant and full of life." The crow, now curious, flew to find a parrot. It soon spotted one perched on a tree, its bright feathers gleaming in the sunlight. The crow asked, "Dear parrot, you are colorful and lively. You must be the happiest bird in the world. Is that true?" The parrot shook its head sadly and said, "No, I am not happy. My bright colors make me a target. Humans catch me, put me in cages, and I lose my freedom. If I had a choice, I'd rather be a peacock. They are the most admired birds in the world." Determined to find the truth, the crow flew to a zoo, where a magnificent peacock was spreading its dazzling feathers for visitors. The crow asked, "Dear peacock, you are admired by everyone and have the most beautiful feathers. Surely, you are the happiest bird in the world?" The peacock looked at the crow and said, "No, my friend, I am not happy. My beauty is both a blessing and a curse. I am locked in this zoo, unable to roam freely. People admire me, but I long for the freedom you have. You can fly wherever you want and live without fear. I would trade places with you in an instant." The crow was stunned. It flew back to the monk, deep in thought. "What did you learn, my friend?" the monk asked with a kind smile. The crow replied, "I thought I was the unhappiest bird in the world, but now I see that everyone has their struggles. I may not be the most beautiful, but I have freedom, and that is something to be grateful for." The monk nodded. "You are wise to understand this. Happiness does not come from how others see us or what we lack. It comes from appreciating what we have and finding joy in our own life." From that day on, the crow stopped wishing to be someone else and lived happily, embracing its life and freedom. Moral of the story: happiness comes from appreciating what we have, not from wishing to be someone else. Every life has its own blessings and struggles.